My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya. He grew up herding goats, went to school in a tin roof shack. His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British.
Obama appealed to the sensibility of Americans by narrating his humble roots. He spoke of his father, who grew up herding goats and attending school in a tin roof shack in Kenya. He mentioned that his grandfather worked as a cook for the British, showing that his ancestry was connected to Western influence. Yet he emphasized something deeper: his grandfather's determination to secure a better life for his son. That determination eventually led his father to America.
While studying here, he moved west, all the way to Hawaii in search of opportunity.
He described Hawaii as a meeting place of two dreams. His mother moved there with her parents seeking better opportunities, and his father traveled from Kenya to study at the University of Hawaii.
Her father, day after Pearl Harbor, my grandfather signed up for duty.
Obama's oratorical dexterity became even more compelling when he highlighted the sacrifices of his maternal grandparents and mother in pursuit of the American dream. His grandfather worked on oil rigs and farms. During the Great Depression, after Pearl Harbor was attacked, he enlisted for duty, leaving his young wife to raise their baby while working on a bomber assembly line. Through these stories, Obama connected personal sacrifice to national purpose.
They would give me an African name, Barack, or Blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success.
He reflected on being given the African name Barack, meaning blessed, and expressed belief that in a tolerant America, one's name is no barrier to success. He testified that America allowed him to attend good schools, even though his parents were not wealthy.
I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no other country on earth is my story even possible.
From his grandparents to his parents and now to his daughters, Obama framed the American dream as a living legacy passed down generations. His story, he implied, could only happen in America.
Our pride is based on a very simple premise, summed up in a declaration made over 200 years ago.
Obama argued that America's greatness lies not in military power or economic size, but in its fundamental creed, expressed in the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal and endowed with inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. He called this the true genius of America.
That we can participate in the political process without fear of retribution, and that our votes will be counted, at least most of the time.
Though he acknowledged that elections are not perfect, he affirmed that votes count at least most of the time.
This election, we are called to reaffirm our values and our commitments, to hold them against a hard reality, and see how we're measuring up to the legacy of our forebears and the promise of future generations.
He urged both Democrats and Republicans to return to the founding ideals of a people-centered government rather than an elitist one. He envisioned an America where social services extend to the vulnerable, where access to health care, education, housing, and jobs, an America where every child has an equal chance. The government, he argued, need not do everything, but a shift in priorities can transform lives. He addressed citizens across party lines to return America to the ideals of the Founding Fathers.
When we send our young men and women into harm's way, we have a solemn obligation not to fudge the numbers or shape, and to never, ever go to war without enough troops to win the war. There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America.
Using repetition and contrast, he declared, "We don't have a liberal America or a conservative America. White America, Latino America, or Asian America only, one nation united. We have the United States of America. There is not a Black America.
America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America."
He concluded by returning to hope.
Hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta.
In that hope, he said, lies the unity and promise of the United States of America.
The hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of
a skinny kid with a funny name who believes America has a place for him.
With a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.